It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 34 of The Rundown. I'm one of your hosts, Amelia Madl from PromoCorner, and with me as always, the Miss Lovely Lori Bolton from Magnet Group. How's it going, Lori?
Hey, Amelia. It's crazy busy, but great. It's so good. How are you?
I am good. Hopefully you don't hear the dogs. We're having a snow day today as we're recording this, so I literally have children running around sledding outside my window and dogs barking outside my door. So it's a typical day at the Madl house.
Oh my gosh. Well, I got stuck. I've been like all over the West Coast, literally in the 4 months I've been with the Magnet Group, everywhere. I've covered actually 6 out of my 7 states in 4 months, but I just got in from Colorado and they were having a snowstorm. And so my flight got delayed last night coming in, and poor kid next to me, probably 25, from Arizona, originally from Kansas, but moved to Arizona. He's flown 3 times. This was his 3rd flight. They start de-icing the plane. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, it's okay. You want them to do this so we can fly safely.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we get into too many of your stories, we need to talk about our show sponsor. And maybe you were utilizing the show sponsor on your trip, maybe not. So Today's sponsor is Blue Generation. And one of the many things to come out of the pandemic, one that especially relates to the promotional products industry, is that clients are now much more thoughtful and intentional when it comes to branded apparel. That's where Blue Generation comes in. They have intentionally created smart, fashion-forward, cost-effective apparel that will wow any client. We all like that wow factor, right? Wow. So they have the Essentials collection, which is best-selling, cost-effective apparel solutions. The Executive collection, which is luxurious style for the boardroom and after hours. I love that one. I don't have to change throughout the day. I just business to party.
It's awesome.
Kind of like the mullet, like business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
They have a studio collection, a ladies compilation of work leisure wear, and they have the Untucked collection, which is fashion forward wear that looks great everywhere. And I'm actually wearing, if you can see, this is the Untucked. See,
it is so cute on you, Amelia. I love it.
I think it makes my eyes pop a little bit. So I love how easy Blue Generation makes it to find complimentary pieces. I actually have a matching skirt and pants that match this, but I opted for jeans because you can't see me. And I'm sure you love how easy it is too, Lori. Do you have any Blue Generation stuff that you've bought lately?
No, but I think I need to reach out to Michael and just get some, because I could definitely use a really cute shirt for all my travel. I'm literally on the road every week. I would be honored to wear Blue Generation. So thank you. That's awesome.
I love these Untucked because they don't have, like, typically button shirts go all the way like a men's.
Yeah.
This one kind of has the V already planned in.
Beautiful. It's flattering.
Yeah.
I love it. And just what he was saying, like in the ad, in the sponsorship, that I just saw something that came through industry news that companies now are really paying attention to when they're onboarding their employees to really get them attached to the brand. So it goes back to when I was at Nike, like they would say, have you drank the Kool-Aid? They give you a big swag bag. And this is 20 plus years ago. Yeah. But they're saying now that they're really wanting the new people that they're onboarding to really be attached to the brand. So they're putting these amazing bags together, including apparel. So great opportunity.
Awesome. It's awesome. So if you want more information, head on over to bluegeneration.com/collections and you can find what you're looking for. Awesome. Okay. So Lori, traveling nightmares sounds like, or at least just traveling issues.
Yes. And I love being back on the road. It's so exciting. So I have been to the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, covered all of California, of course, Arizona, my home state now. Just got back from Colorado, and it's amazing. It's so amazing. And I have to tell you that the distributors are so happy to be face to face. Next week, Washington and Oregon, I believe, lift their mask mandate, which is strategically right before St. Patrick's Day. Interesting. But when I was in Colorado this week, people were maskless face to face. There's still a handful of suppliers that won't let their team travel, which is, to each their own. But yeah, I have been, I'm back like dealing with airports, and there's lots of people, and TSA pre-check is busier than it's ever been. So they either need to get another line, or maybe need to get maybe I need to get clear or something. I don't know.
We don't have clear in Kansas City, so I haven't opted for that because we're a little behind. But we're getting this new kick-ass airport here soon. So hopefully by next year when it opens, maybe we'll have it then.
So awesome. So yeah, and I've been seeing some of our amazing friends on the road. David Chen, who constantly gives me a hard time. I saw him in Washington. Was it Washington last week? And he is in Hawaii right now celebrating his big 4-0.
I saw that him and his family. Super
Thought he wasn't older than 20.
I know, he looks so young.
So young. Yeah, he was actually set up right next to me, and great people. So seeing some of our friends on the road.
Awesome. Well, I haven't been anywhere. This weather has been insane since we last talked. We've had like 80-degree weather, and then we've had like 3 snowstorms.
What?
So I don't know what's happening. It's spring break here where I am. So right now we're in the snow for spring break. I haven't done much, but since the kids are out, my mom's going to come down and hang out for a few days and see the kiddos. And then what I'm really excited about, probably more so than my daughter even, I'm taking her to go see Billie Eilish in concert. So she's playing at an arena like 4 hours from here. So we're going to drive up, go have dinner, go to the concert, get a hotel, and then drive home the next day. And I get to stop by my mom's house on the way home because she lives on the way. So I'll get to see my stepdad, who I haven't got to see for like a year and a half because of COVID and everything. So
amazing.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
That's going to be fun. Speaking of concerts, I just got an email that Alanis Morissette's on this tour. And I'm like, well, gosh, well, maybe I'll fly to Berlin and see her. Well, no, I'm not going to leave the country, but she's around, and oh my gosh. So I'm keeping my eyes out for some good concerts. So we actually have some good talent that comes here locally to Prescott. So exciting. I know. So I have a question for you. So we got Bailey health insurance.
I've had friends that have done that. Mm-hmm.
So it's our only one baby. I mean, besides the 2 cats. Mm-hmm. But as I was talking to, and her vet is this like young whippersnapper from UC Davis, like this beautiful young girl that is the vet to the cats. And of course, we just kept the same. So the problem here in Prescott is we have snakes, and we have poisonous snakes.
Yeah.
So Bailey next Friday will get her first rattlesnake vaccination. It's a 2 series of 2.
Okay.
And it basically buys me time to get her to, she needs to be treated if she's bit. We're also going to do snake training where, they tape the snake's mouth, but they're trained on the rattle to avoid it.
Wow.
When I'm on my walks and hikes with her, sometimes I'm 5 miles out, Amelia. And that was saying, well, gosh, you would need to carry her out because if she walks, like her blood's, I'm like, carry a 37-pound dog out. I had to carry her maybe 50 feet the other day because the cows got loose on the trail and she like totally froze on me. Like, there's no way that I can carry with all my back and my knee. Like, there's just no way I can carry her. So we got her health insurance. I love it.
Okay, Lori, what is our living? What are we doing? What piece of the pie are we in?
So I was looking at the pie. We're getting down to like, a couple. There's only a couple left. Yes,
we're getting down to the crumbs.
Out of the 12 pieces, none of them are crumbs, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few left. So this week we're talking about joy. And when I was thinking about this, there's so many different things that bring joy. It could be the birth of a baby. It could be, a new job, a new friend, I find joy in taking to the earth and getting grounded.
I'm getting joy just peeking out of my office window because my, how old is he? He's going to be 14 in May. My 14-year-old nephew is here. He spent the night with my son last night since we knew there was going to be a snow day. And they are outside with the shovel and the sleds. They're building like a little ramp. I'm like, please don't break your arms. But we just have the slightest hill because we live in Kansas, but they have a little bit of a hill and they're building a ramp out there. And I'm like, this is awesome. I love that they're outside doing boy stuff and not sitting in their rooms playing video games. So
I agree with you.
That brings me joy to see them.
Pure joy.
Yeah.
So joy is such it's a small word, right? Like 3 letters, but there's like so much that can bring people joy. It could be seeing your daughter compete in cheerleading, or your friend. I mean, there's just so many things. Yeah. So take a moment and, even write it down, or just take a moment and pause of like, what brings you joy? And it's amazing when you really stop and pause. There's a lot to be thankful for that brings joy. And that's our Living with Lori this week, is joy.
I love that. Lord. Okay. I love that. I have been such a normal parent the past few weeks. I have not shamed my children, and they've been so busy with sports. I don't think I have any crazy stories.
Did you take your water bottle filled with adult beverages to the cheer competition? I have to know.
I didn't. I actually worked the whole competition, so I was busy. They had an awards table, and because of my Google Sheets experience, I had to keep track of all the judges' scores, and then I had to mark all the medals and trophies that they were giving away. So I had to keep it all organized, and then I had to help give out all the awards to the kids at the end when they won. So I was sitting front and center in front of everybody the whole time. I did not.
I would have lost a bet.
Not at that one. Not to say that I haven't before.
I know,
but not at that one. Yeah. Track started, so I'll have some track meets, but those are usually all day. And then Maddox started playing on a fall competitive. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Competitive flag football. This is his last year to play. So those will be on Friday nights. So I will probably have to sneak a glass in while I'm watching, because my Friday night will be watching football. Yeah. My husband is probably still cussing me. I made him work the front gate. So he had to take money from all the people coming in for the cheer comp. And he had to sit there from like 8 to 2, 8 to 1.
Oh my gosh.
And the other moms, we stayed to help clean up since we hosted it. And I was like, what else can we do? What do you need my husband to do? And she goes, I can't believe your husband's still here. All the other dads left a while ago. Just tell your husband to go ahead and go home and have a beer, and we'll finish this up. So I stayed with my daughter and helped her. And I was like, you can go home now.
That's so fun. So fun.
So he was my hero of that week, because he did it and he only complained a minimal amount. But
that's so nice.
Yeah. But we have a new hero, an unsung promo hero this week. And that is Stacy Pierce. And she was nominated by none other than her coworker, Michael Riesbaum. They are both at Blue Generation. So let's take a listen.
Hey everyone, it's Michael Riesbaum, VP of National Accounts at Blue Generation. And I want to talk to you about my unsung promo hero. Her name is Stacy Pierce. She is our creative director, and she's just full of goodness and kindness and great vibes. And in addition to that, as our creative director, she's in charge of graphic design and photoshopping. Anytime you guys send us a virtual request and it's like written by a monkey and it's on a napkin, she takes that and turns it into something amazing. And she doesn't get recognized, so I'm recognizing her right now. So in addition to that, every e-blast that you see from Blue Generation, if it's good, she did it. Anytime anything is updated on the website and it's working perfectly, that's because of Stacy. Anytime that you see one of our great Insta Reels that we're promoting so much now, Stacy does that too. Stacy Pierce, Creative Director, Blue Generation. She's a star in my book. Stacy, say hello to everybody. They love you.
Hey.
That's my friend Stacy, and your friend too. Stacy, great job. Keep up the good work and the good vibes.
Thank you, Michael. Good job. I love how he took time and filmed with his background. He had the whole setup, the showroom. Very good. So thank you, Michael. Yay.
So
and
awesome.
go see bluegeneration.com/collections for more like this. And like you saw in the background.
Love it.
Lori, you've been traveling a lot. You've been hiking, buying your dog insurance.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any guilty pleasures besides drinking wine at airports?
How did you know?
Because that's mine too.
Well, now they're all open again. So the Vino Voila or whatever it was, that's where I was last night, but it was so expensive. I think
I got to get a second job to support my drinking habit at the airport.
I know.
It's like $13 for a 4-ounce glass.
Yes. And
that's what I pay for a whole bottle.
Amelia, like I had 2 glasses. That's $26. And I think they're making up for when they were closed for that 2 years. Honestly.
Yeah, it's
because I'm like, what? And then I just got like a little tiny plate of cheese and tomato. Like, anyhow,
yeah. It's expensive. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So yes, I've been hiking and of course my Pilates, which I love. Mm-hmm. So to just veer a second on the Pilates, I'm going to veer maybe a little bit more than just the Pilates. So for those of you that at the very beginning, when we started this podcast almost a year and a half ago, I was hit by a car. It's coming up on 2 years, and I was walking in the crosswalk and I was struck from the right. The lady had a dog on her lap on her cell phone, didn't see me in the crosswalk and struck me from the right. So anyhow, needless to say, I've got a surgery coming up on my back that's going to be late summer, and I've got a torn meniscus in my knee. So fast forward, I was talking to my surgeon and I was talking to my pain management doctor and telling him about this Pilates studio. And they said, we're going to write you a prescription for Pilates. And I said, really? They said, yes, because they test my strength always when I go see them. Like it's part of my exams, right?
Yeah.
And the goal is for me to go into these surgeries as strong as possible.
Sure.
As strong as possible, but also to alleviate pain through my daily and weekly. So I called my Flex card. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, I still have to pay for it, but I get to put it on my Flex card.
Because there you go.
I know. So I'm saying this because if there are other people out there that have like back problems or knee problems or just overall health, check with your doctor because your Flex card or your HSA card, they will cover it if you have a letter from your doctor.
I have been riding my bike this week. The past 2 weeks, I was like, I gotta get out of the funk. So I've been taking a lunch break and for at least 30 minutes, either riding the elliptical or riding my bike. I did 9.5 miles in 30 minutes the other day. Yesterday, I only got 6.5 because I had a call in the middle that I had to take. So I was breathing heavy on the phone when I answered.
Did you do a class or did you just do free ride?
I did the free ride. So I've been putting it on Scenic and I just put my tablet up. So I'm just watching a tablet and then I just keep cranking up the endurance.
That is awesome.
So yeah. So
proud of you.
Yeah.
And how does your butt feel?
Pleasure. It's my butt. I hadn't been doing it. And the day I did the 9-10 miles, I messaged with my coworker, Andrea, and she's like, way to go. And I was like, yeah, I can't feel my ass right now. No. I was like, I'm totally numb. I felt like I just had a baby. That was the last time I was that numb in that region. I'm so numb.
I love it. Well, last time you taped foam on your bike seat.
Yes, I got a bike seat that's cushions, but I haven't been changing into the pants because it's too cold. I got to keep long pants on right now.
I'm out. I love it.
Okay, so I've started exercising, not super guilty pleasure, just something that I need to do. But the show that I've been watching while I've been exercising is kind of a guilty pleasure. It's so stupid and over the top. It's one of those
bubblegum for the mind
movies. Yeah. It's called Insatiable. And the actors, Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss, she's in it.
Yeah.
And then the other most well-known actor is Debbie Ryan, and she was in some Nickelodeon show. I can't remember what it is, but she does not play a Nickelodeon girl. She plays a very bad girl. So the premise, there's 2 seasons and I haven't finished season 2. So the premise of the show is there's a teenage girl who is overweight, is a emotional eater, and she gets in a fight, gets her jaw wired shut for 3 months. So she drops all the weight. And she ends up getting involved in beauty pageants in this really wild roundabout way. And then things kind of go awry from there. And she maybe ends up purposely and accidentally killing some people. And it's just completely over the top. I just read on Netflix, because I was trying to like look up some stuff. After season 2, they had people write letters asking to not make the show anymore because they were worried about weight and how girls would feel. I thought it had a better story if you watch the whole thing, because she talks about how it was not just food, it was like the emotions and what she was missing and her dad, and it got into that. So, but anyways, they quit doing it. And then I read that the story is not based on a true story, but the pageant coach that was also an attorney, that is based around a real person. So some of the premise is real, which is really scary because stuff.
Yes, that one sounds good though. Like that's good. Because I'm ready. I'm ready for a new one. I'm caught up on Yellowstone. I'm caught up on Ozark, and I'm caught up on 1883.
I bawled my eyes out in the last episode. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but
Amelia, I did too.
I was so glad I was sitting in the basement by myself and no one else was home, because it would have looked like someone. Like
it wasn't just like whimpering for me.
No, I was full on. My eyes were red. My face was crying. Red. Yes, tears streaming down my face, not coming out my nose. Yes,
unbelievable. And I just cannot say enough about the writer director of Yellowstone and 1883. Like brilliant.
He is killing it right now.
Brilliant. Yeah, we can't say much, but you got to watch it. And I know people are saying like it's on a different network, and so it's worth it. It's worth, I don't even know. I get the monthly deduction. And when this is all said and done, I need to get all my networks organized.
Subscribe for 2 months and watch all of them, and then cancel it, and then subscribe later when the next season comes. Yeah.
It is so good. And again, such amazing talent in both. I'm unbelievable.
He also is the writer director for The Mayor of Kingstown, which I also already watched the whole first season. And
is that good?
Jeremy Renner.
Is that good, Amelia?
Yeah, it's good. It's like current day.
Where does he get the time?
I don't know. And do you know that the guy, I wish I could think of his name right now. He was actually in Yellowstone. He was one of the cowboys when they would do like the horse riding where they'd run and then they do the hard stop. He was one of those guys. The big one that he kind of looks like John Cena.
Oh, really? I do know who you're talking about. Well, needless to say, after like all these cowboy things, I will be going to the rodeo this year in July.
Get your boots, girl.
I'm going to need my help. I need help with you getting my boots.
Okay. So those are
guilty pleasures.
And I have a couple of things. So, we have not done acronyms for a while, and I feel it is just not just to the people that watch if we don't
like to make fun of Lori.
Yes, completely.
Okay, so before you do acronyms, I've got one for you.
Okay.
Happened to me this week. It's actually a word. It's not an acronym, and I'll give you the context of what happened. So when I go through TSA, I usually go through the scanner because I do have hardware in my back. I've got screws in the middle of my back, so it's a 50-50 chance.
When you say Lori's got a screw loose, it might not be too far off.
Yeah, wink, wink, right? People are talking about my back, and they're like, I do have screws loose. They've got to fix them. Anyhow, so I'm going through security, and the guy, it wasn't a long line, and he just said, come through this one. There's nobody behind you. We'll see. And I went through, no problems. And he said, I really like your shells. It's not my boobs, people. What are shells?
Shells, like SHEL.
Uh-huh.
Did you have a necklace on?
Yeah, but I always have I have necklaces on. I've got all my bracelets on. What does shells mean? I'll tell you what it means because I asked him because I'm like,
Really
oh, this
your
is good.
shells.
And he goes, I really like your shells. My shoes.
Oh, were you in the South?
I was in Phoenix going to Colorado and I had on my Adidas, like just my normal, like classic 3-stripe that I travel in. And he looked down and goes, I really like your shells.
Okay, well.
Anyhow, I'm glad you hadn't.
I do not know that one.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'm only going to give you 2 because we're running short on time.
Okay.
And okay, so this is CULA. And both of these that I'm going to give you do have something to do with animals, because I know when I give you acronyms, you always throw in a random animal. So I found one specific to they have something to do or the term is used. CULA.
Okay.
If we were having dinner and we were going to be at the same place again tomorrow, I might message you CULA.
CULA. Come.
Or if we made plans and I was like, hey, let's meet later. And then I would say CULA.
So is CU the first 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got come, cute. See you later, alligator.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to get back. It's been so long since we've done these acronyms, Amelia.
I know. That's why I had to get one. Okay.
I love it. See you later, alligator.
This one is funny. I don't know anyone that would ever use this. This just reminded me of something that you would probably make up when I ask you a real acronym. That's what this one says it means. So HFAC. Just think of the most random thing in the world, and that might be it.
Happy for a cocktail.
No, but that's a good one.
I think so. That's like right up our alley.
It is holy flippin' animal crackers. It just seems so crazy. I was like, that's something Lori would come up with on her own. So I had to write it down. I don't know where the hell people would use that
or animal crackers.
For what reason?
Look at Bailey's going crazy. She's like, Mom, why are you?
Sorry, Bailey. Sorry.
That is hilarious.
Okay, and while we're on the animal theme, I found the cutest little video. This girl is playing. Is it a harp? What is it?
It's a harp.
It's a harp, a smaller harp. Like she's got it on her body and not on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyways, this girl is like in the woods playing, and this little deer comes up. So you guys can take a watch. It's so cute and sweet.
So sweet.
All right. I hope that video put some joy in someone's life, because I know I thought it was the cutest thing ever.
And that actually was not planned. We don't plan what we're saying to each other.
No, I didn't know.
That was a good tie-in, Amelia.
Random. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure you go check out our show sponsor, Blue Generation, at bluegeneration.com, the apparel intersection of retail and promo. And don't forget to comment below on your guilty pleasures. Please tell Lori if you have dog insurance. And then stay tuned again for our next episode on April 8th. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.